Well, just about everyone knows Texas and oil go hand in hand, but what you may not know is this week marks the 125th anniversary of the modern age of oil in the Lone Star State. Here's Bob Buckaloo with tonight's backstory.
They say it looked pretty much like this: a small collection of buildings in a place called Gladys City, a few miles from Beaumont in southeast Texas. It was here that a man named Anthony Lucas had a hunch. Because there was a large salt dome nearby, Lucas was convinced oil could be found if he drilled deep enough. Most geologists back then had their doubts, but Lucas persisted. And this week in 1901, Anthony Lucas and his hunch paid off. The earth rumbled, drilling pipes came shooting out of the ground, then mud, then natural gas, then oil, a stream of oil so big that it shot 100 feet in the sky and flowed for weeks. At the Museum of the Gulf Coast in Port Arthur, Tom Neal serves as executive director.
They were just about giving up, but they got a little more funding just to do this, and at the last day when this thing blew, all their equipment just collapsed into this hole they were drilling into, and right after that, that's when the gusher started blowing, and that's when history was made.
Soon, oil wells popped up everywhere around Beaumont. The so-called Lucas Gusher at a place named Spindletop Field changed history. It was the birth of the modern oil industry as upstart companies like Texaco, Gulf Oil, and what would later become Exxon got their start. Today, Texas accounts for 43% of the nation's crude oil production. In 2025, oil and gas producers paid $27 billion of state and local taxes and state royalties into the Texas Treasury. And it all began here, 125 years ago this week. Bob Buckaloo, KVUE News.